Hello, I'm 𝗘𝗃𝗵𝗀 from D&B Homes, and we're at my hometown here in Shropshire, and we're fortunate enough that one of our mentees has actually taken on a unit for himself. This is a rent-to-SA property, and we're going to be taking a look around today, so he's going to be showing us and giving us a walkthrough. Hi Martin, and it's always a pleasure to have you on board in the mentorship programme, but I'm just interested to get to know a bit about you and how you got on this journey into property.
Okay, yeah, so spent most of my career in business development and sales management in corporate world, but basically just trading my time for money. You know, if for whatever reason I had stopped working, the income for sure would stop. I wanted to invest more time in myself and my family. So I made a decision about 3 months ago to quit corporate life, resign from my role, and that was off the back of probably about a year and a half's worth of research into property.
And I think your journey is quite unique as well, because but within a short time as well. I remember you handing your notice in at work. So yeah. You know, I felt that because of my journey and when I started, and you know, when I handed my notice in, that feeling was great. You go and put everything into it, and it's one of the reasons why I got into doing the mentorship. Is you know, there's a lot of information out there for people, but then sometimes people just need that one-on-one. One, to try and understand what strategy fits best for them. Yeah. And two, just having, you know, more importantly, someone to run by. Right, I found this deal. You know, do you think it stacks up because of this? And you can go through the analysis together, and just having someone to soundboard off. Absolutely. Really helps.
No, that's made a huge difference to myself personally. I wanted to get involved with somebody who, more importantly, I could trust. Somebody who would tell me straight, you know, don't do this because this might happen. We've been there before. For example, just looking out the hot tub there, you had a contact for a company who provided hot tubs, so it's really helpful to have that library of previous contacts that you've been with. So the property's ready to go now, ready for guests. Started with an empty shell. We're now in the kitchen, which is an impressive part of the house. We've put all the furniture in, the beds, the sofas, fridge, freezer, washing machine. So it's really got everything for anybody who wants to make it home from home.
I think the key selling point for this property as well is this social space of this property.
Absolutely. You've got a nice L-shaped area here. So if we come through to this area, nice dining table. We can sit 8 people around that comfortably. I've got it set up for 6 at the moment. Lovely seating area in this part. We call it kind of the garden room area. And as you can see, that leads out to a nice hot tub outside. 5-minute walk from the River Severn, surrounded by farmland, and it's just really peaceful here, and really nice in the hot tub anytime, but especially when the sun's setting, it's really nice.
So the initial investment on this property, I mean, we anticipated it would be based on our property, 325 to 350 a night.
Yeah, so there was 1,900 rent in advance, and then there was a 1,900 deposit as well. We initially estimated between 6,000 and 7,000 for staging the property. The reality, including the hot tub, is just north of £10,000. But you know, I personally be happy to see that break even within the first year, and then we've agreed a 3-year lease with the landlord. So years 2, 3 and beyond will be all profit. But the average nightly rate, I would say midweek will be 3 to 350, and then a weekend there'll be 450 to 550. And yeah, I'm expecting the cash flow to be £2,000 to £3,000 a month.
But it's quite unique as well, that this location, although you've got a beautiful setting and you're just up the road from Ironbridge, but quite importantly, just across the road here, and you can't see it from the unit, but probably a quarter of a mile away, there's a big development going on of, how many houses is that?
Yeah, 1,100 properties going on there, and I believe they're putting a community centre in there as well, some shops. 3 building companies are involved with that. So I have been in touch with them, and there's interest in potentially long-term let for those contractors to put the managers in for project management. It's literally a 3-minute drive from here, round the corner on the old Ironbridge power station. And
I think that would be the ideal scenario, really. You know, you get a long-term 6-12 month booking, yeah, Monday to Friday, and then utilise the peak of weekends for tourism.
Yeah.
And is that your aim now? What's your
I think
steps?
Like you said earlier, I want this one to create some income, some cash flow, and then those funds will go into setting up and staging other company lets to serviced accommodation, and maybe have 4 or 5 running for cash flow reasons, and then looking at property management as well, staging properties for clients also, and yeah, and then ultimately getting some assets on board